Let's get into this week's Tour Confidential bonus topic. Jordan Spieth said traversing the globe for the last 3 months to play golf tournaments has left him beat up physically and mentally. Now, Josh, he says he's not going to be doing this anymore, but is that really a good idea for the #1 player in the world to stop traveling the globe?
Well, this is what amounts to what they call a first world problem. It makes me want to slip into my Gary Player grumpy old man routine and say, these kids today, when I was playing in flying economy and sleeping on the beach in St. Andrews, they don't know, this is maybe a minor mistake he made. He needs to readjust his schedule. I think he's just going to have to pick and choose, and that's a matter of finding the right balance. I think he shouldn't go cold turkey on playing overseas, but probably he overdid it this year, and he knows. I think it's a very minor issue that's being blown up into a major one, and next year you'll probably see a different schedule, but I don't think it's that big a deal.
I think in a video that aired on Golf.com this week, Cameron Morfitt compared Jordan Spieth's career to a 150-mile-per-hour roller coaster. That's how fast Jordan has ascended to the top of the world in a sense. Don't we need to see a new global superstar traveling around and really showing off to the far corners of the globe, really?
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, actually, I want to hear more Josh's Gary Player impression first. But no, listen, yeah, there's no doubt. There's a certain, I think, responsibility on Spieth now to get out and to show himself off to the rest of the world. I mean, there's a lot of attention on this kid now. People want to see him in Australia and Hawaii and China. Obviously, he's got to balance that, whatever works for him. But I think that's sort of part of the gig. He's still 22. He's young. He can bounce back from this travel. Maybe he did overdo it a little bit, but he's filling his pockets with money along the way. It's I don't think he's gonna get a lot of sympathy. And once he settles into the season and starts to focus in on the majors, obviously he's gonna cut back that schedule and focus on those 4 big weeks. But he's young. He's seeing the world. I don't see any harm in it.
Rest is more important than, we take it for granted a little bit. I mean, tournament golf is a grind for these guys. 4 straight days of just the tournament, let alone the practice days and the travel days that go into that. And I'm not trying to boo-hoo over, these really brutal millionaires and their schedules.
Well, listen, Josh mentioned Player, and he was sort of joking, I think, but it's true. I mean, it was a lot harder to travel, even 30 years ago, let alone in the 50s when Player was in his prime. So when you're flying on your Learjet and staying in 5-star hotels, it's not quite as rough. So I think Jordan's going to be okay.
I do too.